LV showed it out, because we were in those lines until almost 9:30 at night. Over 1,400 students voted yesterday. And that's just UNLV. CSN, all the campuses were open. Again, we were hopping from campus to campus up till about 9 o'clock at night, with students lining out and snaking around the walkways. And the majority that we talked to were voting for none other than Senator Bernie Sanders. So my name is Amy Vilela. I am one of the Nevada co-chairs and a national surrogate for Bernie Sanders. I always like to start off by just telling a little bit about my Bernie story, because that's really the essence of the campaign, is talking about when we became supporters of Bernie Sanders. For me personally, in 2015, I learned about Bernie Sanders, and then I experienced what that tens of thousands of other, unfortunately, other people experience in this country every year. I lost my daughter Shalyn to our nation's barbaric healthcare system. She was told to go get insurance and see a specialist when she went for care, had a blood clot, and died a needless, painful death because of that. And many Nevadans you're going to run into as you're knocking on doors the next couple days are also experiencing the horrible effects of healthcare. And one of the reasons that I became such an ardent, when it was solidified with Senator Bernie Sanders, is when I actually saw a video of Bernie Sanders in 1993, the year my daughter was born. He was fighting for universal health care. He was fighting for my daughter Shalyn. He was fighting for someone he didn't know. And that's what this campaign is about, is fighting for people you do not know. And here in Nevada, as you go throughout the communities, you're gonna hear a lot of suffering. Who here is not from Nevada? Okay. Wow. Thank you for coming. We have some of the worst healthcare outcomes in the nation. We have even worse mental health care here. There have been court cases where they have shipped them over to California when people have mental health care crisis. We have our school system is one of on the bottom of the list in the nation. Our teachers are striking, and they are out there trying to get a livable wage for them, and fighting for their students as well. But we are proud to have the CCEA, which is our largest teachers union here in Nevada, support for Bernie Sanders. You're also going to hear about our homeless population, possibly. We have a very large homeless population, largely vets, and the rest are mainly because we have the least amount of affordable housing available in the country for our residents. And then we talk about a livable wage. The Strip really is built and keeps running on the backs of Nevadans. And they're having to work multiple jobs in order to provide for their families. And then we also have a large DACA recipient population. Immigration reform is huge in Nevada, and our families are struggling, they're hurting. So Bernie Sanders really is a shining beacon and hope for all of our community members. You're gonna find that many people are going to be very receptive to the policies that Bernie's fighting for. But it's so important to get people at the door to start telling their stories when you're talking with them. Get past the political, dogma, and start talking about the issues that are affecting Nevadans. And I'll tell you, there's a lot of excitement here in Nevada. And from what I can see, I'm feeling pretty good. I think we're gonna win the Nevada caucus. President Nevada, I want to thank each and every one of you for coming out, giving your talent, your treasure, as Senator Nina Turner would say, here to Nevada. It means a lot, and I just want to leave with this, that the work that you're doing is so incredibly important. It is probably the most important work that's being done in this campaign right now. Every door that you're knocking, every person you're talking to, this is a life-saving work. You are reaching out there right now and making sure that we are going to be able to elect someone that is going to actually have transformational change for the working class and the struggling in this country. Because none of us are safe or immune from tragedy or disaster until the most vulnerable in our country is. So I'm so excited that you are here helping support Bernie Sanders, and I'm looking forward to that celebration on Saturday night. I would like to introduce someone I really hold in high esteem as well. Okay, as well. She needs no introduction, but this is the incredible Senator Nina Turner.
Love you guys too. Glad to be back here. My apologies. I got a press hit that just came up on my schedule, so you know I got to be on TV holding it down for the burners. Set the record straight. That's what I got. I got to be on TV setting the record straight. So love you guys. This came up at the last minute. I really am happy to be here with my two sisters. We got other sisters in the wing who are not here with us, but just really, really delighted. Thank you all for that. Before I go, we got to get an Ussie. You know, before I leave, I'm gonna have my sister stand right here, and then we just gonna back up on them like this. Okay. So, only all that we love is on the line. That's all. Nothing too big. That's it. That's it. Nothing big. Just the environment. You know, just the fate of the free world is on the line. That's all. That's it. So, as my sister Amy said, when you guys knock the door, see, you are the cake and we are the icing. But you are the cake. And as important as it is, well, medical doctor, right? You don't eat too much cake. But a little bit every now and then won't work. Just every now and then. Don't make it every day. Carrot cake. Go ahead, brother. Yes. I like sugar with my vegetables. But see, you know, Amy is really on to something. When you guys knock on the doors and you tell your story, that is what is most important. It's good when people like us come in here. And there are a lot of people here from out of the state, which is very good. We saw that in Iowa. We saw that in New Hampshire with sisters and brothers all over the world. I mean, I met brother from Iran that was up in the beach trying to help Sanders win his race. Ireland, I mean, you name it. People were coming from all over the world because they understand what is at stake here in the United States of America. Yes, we are citizens of this country, but baby, we are citizens of the world. And it does matter who leads the free world. And we're going to make Senator Bernie Sanders number 46. Hello, somebody. Las Vegas, you know, I ain't gonna bring no shade or anything, but your sisters and brothers in Iowa were knocking in the cold. Your sisters and brothers in New Hampshire knocking in the cold. Can we give them a shout out? So, Nevada, y'all got to bring it on home. Y'all got to come on through. And then, you know what I'm saying? I know polls are just snapshots in time. I get it. But when the snapshot is working for your candidate, when it don't work for our candidate, it don't matter. Let me tell you what the snapshot's saying about Nevada, that we're going to win this thing. But we got to work until the last door is knocked, till the last vote is counted. I understand you guys have a record number of early voting happening already. I believe it's those students. And the last time I checked, young folks are rocking with Senator Bernard Sanders. Rocking with them too. I hear it all over the country. They say, Sister Turner, don't forget about the silvers, baby. Don't sleep on the silvers. We got some silvers rocking with them too. The seasoned folks. Everything tastes better with seasoning, baby. Don't come on, somebody. Yes, we're going to do this thing. And then another snapshot. I want y'all to see Nevada, once you come through, then baby, we going to South Carolina. And I want to tell you, South Carolina is the hardest early state. And the senator, woo, Lord Jesus, our movement is right there. We right there. We're going to upset them in South Carolina. I want you to stay encouraged and engaged. They throwing everything they got at us. Who are they, you asked, Senator Turner? I'm glad you asked. The elites, the neoliberals, the billionaire class, those folks are who I'm talking about. So ignore them and keep your eyes on the prize. Booker T. Washington once said that there are two ways to exert one's strength. One is by pushing down. That's the kind of society we're living in right now, where wealth gets you everything and poverty is now a crime. There are two ways of using one's strength, of exerting one's strength. One is by pushing down, he said, and the other is by pulling up. We are a pull-up movement. We deserve Medicare for all, baby. That ain't radical, it's right on time. When he says we deserve college for all, baby, that ain't radical, it's right on time. When he says we deserve clean air, clean food, clean water, that ain't radical, it's right on time. When he says we need to take care on the federal level and legalizing and expunge records, that ain't radical, it's right on time. When we talk about expunging records because of BS, war on drugs, and I ain't talking about Bernie Sanders, and his war on drugs hurt a whole bunch of folks, especially if you were black. That ain't radical, it's right on time. So all of these people who want to talk the yin yang, and that's the technical term, about what we cannot have. I don't understand how we go from yes we can and no we can't. Hello somebody. We gonna have these things. And if the people who are running for president right now on the Democratic side don't believe that we can have them, they need to get there's a baby here. Get on out the way and let those of us who do believe we can have nice things go ahead on and run and lead this country. So we gonna do it. And guess what? The working day people of this nation, you do deserve nice things.
Yes.
Don't let people tell you you don't deserve these things. We starting to believe that we don't deserve these things. We're not asking for more than what we deserve. And also, furthermore, it's our money. So if we want to invest our money in Medicare for all, let's do it, baby. Use our money to give a $1.6 trillion tax cut to the wealthiest people in this country when that same tax cut could have been used to cancel student debt in the United States of America. We got the money, baby. We just need somebody with a spine and a backbone. His name is Bird. Start asking you how we gonna pay for this stuff. Baby, we gonna pay for it the same way we pay to give Trump more money in for the military budget. That's how we gonna pay for it. We gonna pay for it by making Amazon pay some federal taxes and other corporations. That's how we gonna pay for it. So the poor people and the barely middle class people of this nation deserve better than what they were getting. In 1930, as I leave, I don't even remember what it was, but I'm going. I'm gonna be on Chris Matthews. Chris Matthews and I gonna have a conversation.
Dead now.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch now. I can handle this. Y'all know I can handle it. Oh, black girl magic is real, baby. So, in the 1930s, I got sidetracked. In the 1930s, no, he does. You'll go back and look at my interviews with Chris. I know how he rolls sometimes, but he give a sister a fair interview. He does. So we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. Okay, meanwhile, back in 1930. Meanwhile, back in 1930. President FDR had to fight the elites of his day. And in one of his speeches, he said, I welcome the hatred. Basically said, they hate me and I welcome it because I'm about to stand up for the workaday people of all walks of life in this country. In 1944, he proposed the Economic Bill of Rights. He said, what do the people of this country have a right to? What do they deserve? He talked about education, retirement, making sure that our elders retire with dignity. Healthcare was in the Economic Bill of Rights. Can you imagine that? Come on, wrap your mind around that. Senator Bernie Sanders has the 21st century version of that. And to that, we've added climate chaos. We need a Green New Deal in this country. We've added college for all. We added dealing with a legal system that is corrupted and moral, racist as hell. And how is it that a billionaire who put forth a policy called Stop and Frisk, giving up brothers, brown and black brothers on the wall just for being brown and black, think that he gonna run for president? Come on, somebody. We need not forget what he has done and stop asking black people in this country to turn the other cheek and forgive the rotten policy that man pushed. Hello, somebody. Not only that, he defended the executives on Wall Street. Not only that, he told people who were 90 years and older, y'all know, you want to talk about death panels.
What the hell's wrong with that?
Now, there's something wrong with it. Yeah. And we cannot tolerate, and I don't just mean we in this room, this democracy should not tolerate billionaires trying to buy elections. It is wrong. We need campaign finance reform in the United States. This man said we stop white people too much and minorities not enough. Come on, somebody. That ain't the kind of United United States I want to live in. And then he bypassed Iowa and New Hampshire. He just said, I'm going to forget about those. Meanwhile, we have a senator that's building a real movement, that's not trying to buy elections, but building a movement from the ground up, because he understands that it is going to take, in the words of my grandmother, Lottie Dottie, and everybody, gay, straight, queer, religious, non-religious, black, white, brown. Come on, somebody. All of us, however we identify, all of us are needed to lift this nation to where it should be. I don't know about you, but I want to live a good life. Yeah. I want my child to live a good life, and future grandchildren to live a good life. I want for your family what I want for mine. Yeah. And wealth should not give you more say in a representative democracy. The people's voices must be heard. So all I'm saying, Las Vegas, is that all that we love is on the line, and every door that you knock on, you are knocking on the door for somebody you don't know. You are standing in a ready position for people, even if they don't believe what we believe. So 1930, FDR had to face the elites of his day. 1963, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. challenged his country. He talked about militarism, materialism, poverty, and racism. Remember, before he was assassinated, there was the Poor People's Movement, black and brown. Come on, somebody. Just poor people all across the board. He indicted this nation about its greed and about how it leaves the least of these behind. The Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a democratic socialist. Hello, somebody. All democratic socialism means government owned for and by the people, baby. That's all it means. So don't let them scare us with that word. We already got socialism. It's called corporate socialism. Tupac said we got money for wars, but we can't feed the poor. Hello, somebody. We're going to do something. We're going to do a new thing. So come on, Nevada. Y'all going to come through. I know you're going to come through. We going to come through. And, oh my God, I want y'all to pick out your outfits. Knock on those doors. Remember when Booker T. Washington said, all of us have two ways to use our strength, pushing down or pulling up. Baby, we are a pull-up movement. The beautiful radical Helen Keller said these words, alone, we can do very little. Together, we can do so much. Let's go out and do this damn thing. Wait a minute, we gotta get verbally challenged. No. Get in here.
All right, everybody. Right here.
Right over here. This thing.
One more. Keep holding it. There we go. All right, thank you.
All right, let's go. All right, love y'all. Bye.
Down the road yesterday, 15-minute line. 15 minutes. That's low. It was awesome. Yeah, that's low. Talking about an office that was put together.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, they had to make adjustments because so now.
Okay, so that is going to be a hard act to follow. We have though another amazing surrogate here who has been on the forefront of fighting for Medicare for all. She is a doctor, an activist, and I'm proud to say my friend. I am so honored to introduce Dr. Dooley to you.
I am Dr. Dooley. I'm a family medicine doctor. I'm a healthcare activist. I am a 2020 national surrogate for Bernie Sanders. Yes. So, Senator grabbed my attention in 2016 with 6 words that I'd never heard a politician say. 6 words. That's how he got my attention. Healthcare is a human right. You see, I believe that I was put on this earth, this lifetime, to be a healer. But there's only so much I can do. There's only so many prescriptions I can write. The senator, he's also a healer. He has plans and policies that are going to heal the world of social injustices that we're facing. And to me, as a physician, I don't see how we can talk about health without talking about the health of Mother Earth. It doesn't matter how healthy you are and how long you plan to live if there's not going to be a planet for you to live on. So I don't have a prescription to make Australia stop being on fire, to save our glaciers that are melting. I don't have a prescription that I can write for that. But Senator Sanders has a solution. It's called the Green New Deal. We're going to save the world, okay? And then he always speaks on income inequality. They've done studies. The rich people, they live 7 years longer than the working class people. They overwork and underpay us, and they are literally vampires. They underpay us so that they can accumulate this mass amount of wealth so that they can live longer. They're literally killing us with slave wages. I don't have a prescription for that. But Senator Sanders has a plan. He says we're going to have some workplace democracy up in here. We're going to have a minimum wage that is a livable wage. There is no place in this country. There is no place in this country where someone who makes minimum wage can afford a 2-bedroom apartment. Why would I work if working can't get me the basic things I need in life, like a roof in my head? Okay? And I don't know, as a black female, I'm very passionate about ending health disparities. That's when a certain population, like black people, we have worse health outcomes in almost every disease imaginable. Okay? And black women specifically have higher incidences of heart disease, and I'm talking about heart attack, stroke, heart failure, high blood pressure, than black men, than white men, than white women. And I just have to wonder, as the mother of 2 black boys, if maybe this system of racism that we have in America is contributing to our broken hearts as black women. Not only do we make 65 cents or less on the dollar when we go to work, we have to deal with that stress. We have to deal with people at work trying to police our hairstyles and tell us how we can wear our hair. And then I have to live in constant fear that my 2 black sons, who love to wear hoodies, might not come home one day because a police officer sees them in their hoodie with some Skittles in their damn pocket. I don't have a prescription for that. I wish I did as a mother of 2 black boys. I don't. But Senator Sanders has a plan. We're about to have some racial equality, and we are going to have a Justice Department that is going to hold police accountable and tell them no, you will not be out here killing our loved ones. So as a black woman, I wonder all this stress that we have, stress at the workplace, stress worrying about the men that we love. I'm positive all the stress leads to some of our incidents of broken hearts. I'm positive of it. And so the only way that everybody who looks like me can have health insurance so that they can stay healthy is if everyone is included with Medicare for all. There's a lot of confusion. Some people get confused about Medicare for all term. I don't know why. Last time I checked in the dictionary, all meant everyone. So if everyone is included in Medicare for all, nobody who looks like me can be excluded. And so, again, Senator has policies that are going to heal the world. And you know who else is a healer? You. All of you in this room are doing healing work. When you're knocking on doors or picking up the phone to make phone calls and make text messages, you don't know what might be going on with that other person. Maybe you go knock on the door, and maybe they had crippling medical debt because they had the sin of having cancer. Okay, so now they have crippling medical debt, and they're about to go in bankruptcy. And here you come on their door, knock knock, with your clipboard and a smile, and you tell them about one named Senator Bernie Sanders, who not only is going to guarantee that they have health care, he's also going to cancel all medical debt.
Yeah.
You might knock on the door, and it might be a young individual who wants to go to college, but their parents can't afford it. They can't afford it. So if they have to choose between working and helping their family or going to school, when you go with your clipboard and your smile, and you tell them that Senator Sanders has a plan to make all public colleges, universities, and HBCUs free, that's healing work. So we only have 3 days left to caucus. You guys are doing phenomenal, okay? But let's push forward and just do just a little bit more. We're so close. We are so close. It is almost over. But if we continue to do the good work, sign up for more shifts, knock on beat your personal goal. Knock on more doors. You better believe we're going to win our third state. Our third. So let's get to work and make this our third win.
Thank you guys for coming, and we got work to do still now, and let's hit it. Let's get these votes in for President Bernie Sanders.